Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wrestling Tracks.
When there is no more room.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wrestle Track. Hosted tonight by your special guest, Greg McCray Jr., all the way from the Bayou State, Louisiana. Subbing in for my little baby boy, brother, Lee Houston. Big shout out to my little brother. Tonight, we'll be discussing Raw, what happened on Raw on tonight. We'll be discussing about Battleground. We'll be just talking wrestling in general. And we'll just, have a little fun and just enjoy talking about wrestling on tonight. Tonight, Raw was an epic Raw. For those of you that don't know, Roman Reigns has been suspended 30 days due to the wellness policy of WWE. And that's been a big thing going around, people talking about should Roman Reigns still be in the main event picture, talking about how they figured that WWE knew that Roman Reigns had failed a drug test before Money in the Bank, and that's the reason why he lost the belt, and all kind of things. I mean, things happen. To me, if it's something for the first time that happened, okay, let them handle, do what they got to do. Too many people, get too distraught or want to act too crazy when things like this happen, especially in professional sports. But if you take time and you get to know the person, or WWE already know Roman Reigns, or they know that this may be just a mistake. But if something like this happens again, then they have to go another way. But if this is first time and he really sincere and apologize and just a mistake, maybe could have been a little marijuana, some minor drug, nothing major. Because the way he look, it don't look like that he's on any steroids or anything like that. So I don't think it's nothing like that. But anyway, let bygones be bygones. Forgive him, let him serve his suspension, and we move on from this. To me, again, the fans are too hard on Roman Reigns. They want to come down on him at any little thing that go wrong. They want to just see, that's why he shouldn't have been the champion. That's why he shouldn't have been in the main event picture. To me, a lot of people go too overboard, with things like this. Back when RVD was the WWE and the ECW champion, he got pulled over in Michigan and they found marijuana on him. He had to serve his suspension and they took the WWE and the ECW titles off of him, which I believe Rob Van Dam would have had a long title reign had that not happened. And after that, Rob Van Dam never got the push that he deserved until he was in TNA and finally became TNA World Heavyweight Champion. To me, RVD is a main event player. He should have been WWE World Heavyweight Champion on more than one occasion. When he came back, he should have got right back and worked his way back up and became ECW champion again. Too many people go overboard on all of this. So we see where they go with it as they head into Battlegrounds. It looks like it's still going to be a triple threat match in the main event for the WWE World title between all three members of the Shield, which is going to be a great match when it comes. It's a match that everybody been waiting for to see ever since the Shield came in. They're waiting to see the Shield in a triple threat match. Again, with Dean Ambrose defending the WWE World Heavyweight title versus Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins came out, and as Seth Rollins did, he had to talk about Roman Reigns and different things, and still trying to how the match turn into a one-on-one between just him and Dean Ambrose. And they still set it up where it's still going to be a triple threat match. To me, a triple threat match is far more worth than just a one-on-one match between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, or even Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. It's going to be a great match when it happens. I'm ready to see which way they're going to go with that match. We also saw tonight on Raw that they set up the final battle between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which is going to be a awesome end to a great rivalry, which I think this one of the rivalries that can die down for a while now and can come back up and do even great things later on. As I said before, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens will be a great WWE World Heavyweight Championship rivalry once the WWE allows them to get up into main event status. Right now, Kevin Owens is a main event heel. And to me, again, Sami Zayn, the type of face that you have that'll help push you, you use him, allow him the storyline to work his way up the mountain, let him get an IC title reign, build up credibility as being a defending champion, and allow him to work his way up from Intercontinental or the U.S. title on up to the world title to finally get earn that world title shot and winning at a big pay-per-view SummerSlam, Survivor Series, possibly even WrestleMania. Be almost like when Daniel Bryan, he made it to the top of the mountain, only get knocked down, and to finally get back up there and win the title, only to have his injuries, take it away too soon. But I believe Sami Zayn, stay healthy, which it look like he is. He'll have a great title reign once he make it up there. Right now, we're going to take a short break and listen to this trailer. Tonight's episode is brought to you by The Secret Life of Pets.
Bye, Gidget. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Gidget.
Any plans today?
Yes, big stuff today, Gidget. I got big plans. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait for Katie to come back.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Well, I won't interrupt. I've got a very busy day, too. Here you go. See you later, Chloe.
So long, Nell. Bye, sweet pea. See you, Gino.
Bye, everyone.
You be a good boy, Leonard.
All right, we're back. Tuesday Night by the Secret Life of Pets coming out this summer. That looks like it'll be a great movie. Can't wait to take my kids to go and see it. Now back to wrestling Raw tonight. We saw the first match since WrestleMania. Saw Sasha Banks come back tonight in a tag match with Paige versus Charlotte and Dana Brooks. Happy to see Charlotte back. Happy to see Sasha Banks back. To me, she's a main event player. I'm ready to see her finally get women's championship run. She deserves it. She was a great NXT women's champion, and I know she'll be even better WWE women's champion. The fans are excited about seeing her. The fans love her. The fans can't wait to see her get the title belt. My question is, what is taking WWE so long to allow her to get the belt? Heard some stories about she being hurt and injured and different things, but we'll see where they go from here. I hope they don't take too long to allow her to go ahead and win the title. She's a great athlete. She deserves it. Great finishing move. She's a great pure wrestler. And not to mention that she's the cousin of WWE Hall of Famer Snoop Dogg. Tonight on Wrestling Tracks, we're doing a first. We're broadcasting not only on the blog, but we are broadcasting live on Periscope. Tonight we're talking about wrestling, talking about Raw, talking about WWE Battleground. So far it's shaping up to be a pretty good pay-per-view coming up. Tonight we've seen the New Day continue with their little feud with the returning Wyatt. And it's going to be interesting to see which direction they're going to go with the Wyatts and the New Day. But the Wyatts finally get some tag team gold, which I feel like they should have been WWE tag team champions. We'll see which way direction they'll go with that. Bray Wyatt is a main event player. I would love to see Bray Wyatt, get a IC or a U.S. title before they allow him to move on up to get a world title reign. To me, I'm an old school wrestling purist. I love to see wrestlers work their way up, like the Macho Man Randy Savage, Hall of Famer did. Hall of Famer Bret Hart. Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels. I would love to see these wrestlers nowadays work their way up. You work up. Some of them come through starting the tag team division, like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. Some come up in single ranks, like Macho Man Randy Savage. They get an IC title reign. They learn what it means to really be a champion, to be a fighting champion. They learn how to put on great matches, because when you're a champion, you have to put on great matches night in and night out all across house shows, live shows, pay-per-views. And to me, the mid-card title belt should be defended more so on TV shows than the world title. Every now and then, yes, it's great to see a world title match on Raw, on SmackDown, but we need to at least see once every 2 months. To see the IC or the U.S. title be defended on Raw or SmackDown. It'll be interesting to see whether they're gonna which title gonna be on Raw, which title is gonna be on SmackDown. And I would love to see a monthly basis or either every other month basis to see one of the mid-card titles be placed on the line in the match. So being the main event on Raw or SmackDown when they do the brand split. Especially when you see a title match on Raw or SmackDown. I want to see more tag team title matches on there. But back to what I was talking about, taking the time, moving up the ranks. You get the IC or the U.S. title. You become a fighting champion. You show that you can hold on to that belt. Even if they, lose the belt, you can allow to see them go through the adversity to go back and win their belt back. Show them going through adversity of, the number stacked against them and still come out on top defending their title. And then show them working their way up to getting the world title, world title status. Ultimate Warrior came up, beat the Honky Tonk Man after he was, Intercontinental Champion for over 300 and some days. Worked his way up, built a fan base, built a following. And then when Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan collided at WrestleMania 6, man, what an explosion happened. And when Ultimate Warrior beat Hulk Hogan, he didn't lose many matches. So to see him, lose to Ultimate Warrior, sent everybody crazy off the chain. Ultimate Warrior made it to the top. Pure wrestling, taking your time, building yourself up, going up. Macho Man won the IC belt, defended it, had great matches that stole the show. His match with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat stole WrestleMania 3. Everybody came there talking about Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, but they left Macho Man versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Man, there's something, special about those mid-card titles. You have it on the right people, having the right matches. Those type of wrestlers are the kind of wrestlers that steal the show. Match of the year quality matches, not on just pay-per-views, but night in and night out. Sami Zayn would make a great Intercontinental or U.S. title champion. I would rather see him, win the IC title. Somebody like The Miz, he don't need the IC belt anymore. They need to take it away from him. Give it to somebody that works. Kevin Owens, a great Intercontinental champion. I can't wait to see Kevin Owens become WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I would love to see that around, Survivor Series, close to Royal Rumble, sometime after WrestleMania next year. It'll be great to see somebody like Kevin Owens, get a good world title run and him being one of them heel champions that nobody can beat. And to finally see somebody come and beat him, much like what they did with Rusev with his first U.S. title reign. So when against Mark Henry, beat him. Big Show, beat him. Beat Jack Swagger when it looked like Jack Swagger was finally going to beat him. Man, then when John Cena came and he finally beat him. And I got tired of seeing that flag drop down after Rusev win. And it was great to see that John Cena win and that U.S. flag, fall down. They built it up great. That's how you build up great mid-card wrestlers and allow them to become main event players. That's some great things that they can do, and that they do when it's done right. Great storytelling, great building, build people up the right way. And speaking of Rusev and the U.S. title, he's doing it's interesting to see this rivalry they got with Rusev and Titus O'Neil. I'm wondering, is this going to be like the last time Rusev was the U.S. champion and make it seem like, he seemed like he can lose, but when he gets to the pay-per-view, he doesn't lose. I would love to see Titus O'Neil finally get a title run himself. I don't think they allowed him to have a good tag team title run with Darren Young. I don't know what happened, which way they was going with that. Him and Darren Young, primetime play, they had crowd behind them. They had the crowd you see every time they came out, the crowd doing the millions of dollars dance. Sometimes I don't understand some of the ways that they go with their storytelling and how they they creative, I don't understand some ways they do. But this is an interesting feud. And to me, what added fuel to the fire, Rusev beat Titus O'Neil on Father's Day and then went and got in Titus O'Neil's kid. The best way to finish this rivalry off is for Titus O'Neil to get revenge and celebrate with his kids. And you know what? It wouldn't even bother me if Rusev came back at the next pay-per-view and got his title back. Just to see a payoff of Titus O'Neil beating him, then they have a rubber match, somehow, somewhere in there, that would be a great payoff in that rivalry. Now, also tonight, we've seen that John Cena and AJ Styles end up getting a chance to make the triple threat match into a fatal five-way. Stephanie McMahon made matches Seth Rollins and John Cena, and AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose. And if they won, they were able to add their name into the main event. I think neither one of them would win anyway, because AJ Styles versus John Cena is a main event match in itself, if allowed to be done the right way. Which to me, the Money in the Bank match, most people didn't like the way it ended. I loved it. I love how they got Carl Anderson and Gallows, and they still allow them to be used. When some people say it's too cliche, the bad guy team come in and help them out. And I don't believe that the WWE really know what they have. AJ Styles is a main event player. AJ Styles is, if not the best, one of the best wrestlers in the business. If you watch his matches versus Roman Reigns, he carried those matches. He was the reason why those matches are match of the year type matches. The first match they had, great. I didn't expect it to be that great. The restarts and everything that happened made that match great. And to see how it ended, I didn't expect Roman Reigns to lose because he just got the belt back. But I did expect him to lose at Extreme Rules. And I was kind of excited to see AJ Styles finally get a title run. But, seeing that when Seth Rollins came back, okay, I see why Roman Reigns still kept the belt. But AJ Styles, if not now, win, because he deserves a world title reign. I'm thinking maybe when they do the brand split, when they finally decide which, I believe Raw's going to keep the WWE World Heavyweight title. I believe they're going to bring back the World Heavyweight, the gold belt back, and they're going to have a world champion on SmackDown, which to me, I'm for it, and then I kind of like having the one champion that can go and defend the title on both shows. But to me, AJ Styles is ready. The crowd is ready to see him. We're ready to see him win the title. If he do his heel angle right, he'll be like Ric Flair. And when Ric Flair was champ back in the day, you tune in to see Ric Flair lose. That was the reason why Ric Flair is a 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, because you wanted to see Ric Flair lose. John Cena is a 15-time champion because he is modern-day version of Hulk Hogan. Put on great matches, put on better matches than Hogan, because all Hogan did his, went through the thing, and you just waited for Hogan to Hulk up and point the fingers and the big boots, which, John Cena put on some pretty good matches, and he earned that right to be a 15-time champion. And people tuned in to see whether he was going to win, or those who didn't like him, they tuned to see him lose. The reason Floyd Mayweather made so much money because people paid money to see Floyd Mayweather lose. And they got mad each time he won. And people kept coming back because they wanted to be there to see when he lost. AJ Styles, if they do the story run right, be it a heel or a face, to me, it'd have been better to see AJ Styles climb the ladder and finally break the ceiling and win a world title. To me, I think that'd be a better payoff than the way they're going now. But this is kind of how things happen when he was with the Bullet Club in New Japan Wrestling. They was the heels of the business, and if you do it right, you can have some great action as long as you put on great matches and you put the good, you have good matches because styles make matches. I'm ready to see which direction they're gonna go in with Baron Corbin. He won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal at WrestleMania. He didn't get a title run in NXT, which to me, I believe he deserved after going undefeated for so long. He put on great matches. He have a great finishing move. He have two great finishing moves. He put on great matches. He can be the perfect face. He's a lone wolf. He don't like hanging with nobody. He don't have nobody coming with him. Excuse me. He put on some great matches. I would love to see which way the direction they're going with him. He's another wrestler that I believe once they do the brand split, get a good storyline and get a great momentum to build up to move his way up. He can be like Rusev, win a minor mid-card title and hold on to it, be hard to beat, and can move on up to the top of the line, top of the chain, be a great world champion. I believe he'll be a good Royal Rumble winner to go on to WrestleMania and win a championship. Be interesting to see which direction they go with that. Now, another direction I'm interested in seeing is what direction are they going with Becky Lynch and Natalya's rivalry. We see at Money in the Bank that Becky Lynch and Natalya lost a tag title match to Charlotte and Dana Brooke. And Natalya tried to jump Becky Lynch. Hopefully with this brand split, they can give women more time. To me, and take main event or superstars, make that an all-women's program. You would make some money off of that. Bayley and Sasha Banks proved that women can be the main event of a major wrestling show. When they put on a 30-minute Iron Woman match at main event in NXT TakeOver. If you got WWE Network, go and watch some of the early NXT takeovers. Watch some of the NXT Women's Championship matches. Every one of them match of the year quality. I believe Bayley and Sasha Banks won match of the year last year for NXT. I mean, and that was like the match right before the main event. And to me, I feel sorry for the men that came after the matches. Yes. And Sasha Banks versus Bayley, NXT Brooklyn last year, man, one of the greatest matches. And it was great storytelling because you had Bayley working her way up, trying to finally win the NXT Women's Championship. When our viewers on Periscope said that the NXT Women's Championship at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn last year was a great match. And he is so right. Every NXT Women's Championship match I've seen at every NXT TakeOver, each one got better and better and better. Natalya versus Charlotte in NXT matches was even better than their matches in WWE. But I was expecting the matches to be as good as that, but not that good. I'm looking forward to see better quality women's matches. They give them more time. I believe they give them either main event or give them superstars. Give them that whole hour. Give them 2 or 3 matches to tell their story. Naomi, underused, one of the best women wrestlers they have, allow her to get championship match, but didn't allow her to go and win it. Man, it'd be a shame that she never wins the WWE Women's Championship. I would love to see Bayley come up, excuse me, and put on some great wrestling matches when she makes it to the main roster. NXT women, they're coming up, but I can't wait to see them give the women's in WWE more time to tell their stories, more time to wrestle, more time to prove that they are as good as the superstars, the male superstars of WWE. To me, they don't get enough credit like they should. One big thing that helped them was when Ronda Rousey made women in MMA so big. I can't wait to see her come back and resume her career and get things back on the right track, because that helped push women's wrestling. That helped push the change from the Diva division to the women's division. I can't wait to see what's going on with that in the future. Another thing I want to see is a continuation of the NXT wrestlers that are brought up to the main roster, to continue to see them put on great matches. When they brought up the Shield and had the Shield versus the Wyatts, man, match to me, that match stole the show. I'm trying to remember what match that was. It was a 6-man match, one of the best matches that they had on that pay-per-view. And I know Triple H was sitting in the back, a smile on his face, saying, "I know we have something special." I'm not surprised that the last 3 WWE World Heavyweight Champions came from NXT. I'm not surprised to see Kevin Owens as one of the top heels in the sport. I'm not surprised to see how the fans are reacting to Sammy Owens. I only hope that the WWE do not allow this opportunity to slip through their hands like they did with Jeff Hardy. Yes. Periscope said that our last 3 champions are all Shield members. I've been waiting to see that. This triple threat match at Battleground is something that we're waiting to see. It's going to be a great payoff. A lot of people felt like this was a SummerSlam type main event. This one of the main events that you had to go ahead and go with now. As I was saying, NXT has given the main roster some great wrestlers, some great performers. When Jeff and Matt Hardy was in the WWE back in their heyday, I really used to remember on Raw, they came on in the second hour. The crowd was more into Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy matches than they were into the matches that came in on the third hour. But yet they didn't give him no titles. 2 years of that before they finally allowed Jeff Hardy to get a world title reign, which only lasted a month. Why? Jeff Hardy was a world heavyweight champion, not long. He was a WWE champion, not long. Because he wasn't, quote unquote, what Vince McMahon wanted in a world champion. What you want in a world champion is somebody that have the crowd on their feet. What you want in a world champion is somebody that make people want to go buy pay-per-view. What you want in a world champion that have the crowd stand on their feet and wait for that all factor. Jeff Hardy, when he hit the Swanton bomb, you was in awe. When they hit the twist of fate, you was in awe. Sami Zayn put on some great matches in NXT. When he come out and the crowd do that, ole, 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 being at home watching on TV give you goosebumps. Why would you not want somebody like that to be your world heavyweight champion? The type of champion. One of my favorite wrestlers, and not too many people agree with me, is Goldberg. His matches made me stay in my seat and not move when he came on. I used to stay with my mom and she fussed at me. I need you to get the trash out. I need you to take out trash. Yes, ma'am, after Goldberg go off. I got hit upside the head. I said, I'm sorry, Mama. Not many wrestlers I would say, and I'll take a whipping for. Goldberg is one of them. And she laughed at me and said, okay, but you better do it. So when the commercial hit, after that, I went and did it. To watch Goldberg lift the Big Show up, lift him up and put him in a jackhammer, I'm sorry. That's an all moment that you want with your World Heavyweight Champion. To watch Sami Zayn, to see him come back from getting knocked down and watch for him to hit the haluva kick, to hit them exploder bomb. Man, Kevin Owens is also he had that it factor. The way for him to hit the bullfrog splash, the way for him to hit that pop-up power bomb out of nowhere. That's what you need in your main event, in your second and third hour. To me, you need wrestlers that's gonna make your crowd stand up. What hurts a lot of pay-per-views is the crowd is sitting there silent, just watching, just looking. Me being at home, that devalues me watching wrestling. That devalues me watching a pay-per-view. That devalues me watching the big shows. One of the things that made the WrestleMania after Raw so great is the crowd reaction. To see how the crowd is so rowdy, to see how the crowd is into it. Then when you see the reaction when Dolph Ziggler came in and cashed in his Money in the Bank case on Alberto Del Rio, you kind of saw it coming. You was hoping it was happening. You was on the tip of your toes, and when you seen it happen, man, even though he was a heel, you was cheering for him. When Fandango came out and the crowd was into it, to see them get into that, man, ain't nothing like it. Man, the crowd makes up. I'm in Baton Rouge. I went to my old WCW pay-per-view. I was one of the 20 people, and the crowd was sold out. I was one of the 20 people that was up cheering the whole time. The people didn't cheer until the main event, which was a WCW World Heavyweight title match between Sting and the Giants. Yes. The crowd usually silent during mid-card matches. And that's something, if you have the right mid-card wrestlers, they can bring the crowd to their feet. Cesaro, bring the crowd to their feet. Like I said, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, the New Day right now, they bring the crowd to their feet. You got to have some great mid-card wrestlers that, can bring some excitement in the ebb and flow, the ups and downs of WWE shows, WWE pay-per-views. You don't want it to be just down. You don't want to be just up. You want things to keep going. And I would love this. I love seeing when the people, the main event, bring the crowd in. I was at a pay-per-view here in Baton Rouge, and what kind of made it down for me, and it was one of them pay-per-views back in the day where they put different tag teams together, a tag team that you wouldn't expect to go together. And I was excited about seeing a different tag team, and I was like, man, some of the matches to me deserve people standing up. Harlem Heat, Lex Luger, it just to see the people get up for just the main event, I didn't like that too much. I do understand, but we have great when you building up, like I said in the beginning, when you building up people, you can have great mid-card wrestlers that will, just like at a concert, you have your opening act and kind of get the crowd starting. Then you have your mid act that gets the crowd even more pumped, You have your main event that has the crowd hyped. I did security at the big Bayou Country Superfest down here at LSU. And I noticed how the opening act had the crowd, kind of quiet, people coming in. But then as the act got bigger and bigger and bigger, the people was more into it, and then when it got to the main attraction, damn, everybody was into it. And that's what I love about wrestling shows. The beginning kind of get you excited, and you understand, when you have you can have a great first match, you understand that you can have some matches that gonna kind of which they didn't have it there. And then you have what I call bathroom break matches also. But then you have the matches that kind of catch you off by surprise. You have the mid-card wrestlers that, you kind of, okay, let me see what they're going to do. AJ Styles coming up. He was one of the mid-card wrestlers that after a few matches, he did things that caught you by surprise. When they tried to throw him to the barricade, and he slid underneath it. Like, oh, hold up. Okay, I got to watch and see what he do next. To me, he was one of them wrestlers that came up when they finally allowed him to be champion. He was champion because he put on great matches. He was a champion, a great fighting champion, because he put on match of the year, 5-star matches every time, no matter who he went against. He carried some matches, and then he had some great people that everybody. To me, every wrestler have that one or two rivalry that when they have matches, it's going to be a knockdown, straight up great match every time. John Cena and Randy Orton put on great matches almost every time. Daniel Bryan, John Cena match at SummerSlam. I think that was going to be a great match, and that proved me wrong. Hulk Hogan even had some people that he wrestled against that they had some great, him and Roddy Piper, him and Ric Flair put on some great matches. Ric Flair and Sting put on great matches every time they wrestled. Ric Flair and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat put on great matches. There's just some people that when you put them in matches against each other, just like boxing, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier put on some great boxing matches. When you had that great rivalry, that to me, even in mid cards, when they have great rivalries that anyone can win, that they can work off each other, that they can flow with one another, that they can help each other to elevate the game. Because to me, a great thing what you can do in wrestling is you elevate each other, you elevate one another's status. Y'all matches top one another. And that's one great thing that NXT is doing. They're allowing their wrestlers to help each other, to elevate one another. They're putting on some great matches. What, to me, elevated Aaron Neville, him and his matches with Sami Zayn, off the chart. Great matches. To see Sami Zayn finally rise to the top. I wish I wish him and Kevin Owens' angle could have happened a little while after that. I didn't like how it happened right after he won the title. Then, bam, he hit him and took him out and then won the belt. I wish, they could have allowed Sami Zayn to have a few more great matches. It probably was something that he needed to have surgery or something like that happen, which happens in wrestling. Kevin Owens and Finn Balor had a great rivalry, had great matches. The Wyatt had some great matches. Big E was a better performer in NXT than he has been in WWE. He had a great title run when he was Intercontinental Champion, which kind of elevated his game when he made it to WWE, which I wish they could have did a little bit better with. But he's doing great now as a tag team champion with the New Day. and to see what they're doing right now with the Wyatt family, it's interesting to see their matches that are coming up. But man, as with all great things, this night has to come to the end. Looks like my phone gave me the sign that it's time for me to end. Thank you, Wrestler Tracks, for listening to me. Thank you, Periscope, for tuning in. For those who watch the replay, thank you for watching. Yes, great talk with you too. Enjoy having you. We're gonna be trying to do more wrestling talks on Periscope. I'm trying to do some talks after the pay-per-views. Man, I just love wrestling. I'm a pure wrestling fanatic. I thank my brother for having me on Wrestler Tracks and doing these shows. But we're gonna sign off. Y'all have a great night. And enjoy the rest of the week of wrestling. And we'll see y'all next time we have it. Y'all have a good night now.